UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. This is your Wolf Commander Wolf 10. I am your werewolf. Back again tonight of all nights. Another rewatch from the UN Spacey. And it'll be tonight the rewatch of Blade 2, the sequel to the first Blade. This movie has been directed by a different director, no longer Stephen Norrington this time around. It has been directed by Guillermo del Toro. I believe David S. Goyer was still the writer of this movie. I believe it to be, but it was definitely written by David S. Goyer, directed by Guillermo del Toro. You would know it's a different director now because of the style has switched this time around. You recognize that Guillermo del Toro has a significant style when it comes to his movies, from the Hellboy to Pacific Rim. He has this orange tint to his movies. But let me not overlook my wingman right here, Owen Lister, the Guyver Patriot. Say hello, Owen Lister.
Hello, everybody. I'm a little sick right now tonight, but I'm still here.
But Owen, the Guyver doesn't get sick. Last time I checked, was it, or is your unit on retirement right now, or on a vacation?
Well, it turns out that Kronos will do anything just to make sure I don't mess up their plan. So right now they have injected me with a blasted virus that they concocted. Though thankfully the unit acts as a great antibody, so I'll recover soon enough.
So instead of big plans, they went full Saturday morning cartoon villain.
For some reason, yeah, they seem to be they seem to be lacking a little bit in the threat department.
Whatever the case may be. So let me welcome who has joined us tonight. We have Matthew Flynn, who's saying, "There's no way I'm missing this." We also have Damien X 247. Hello there. And Schooner Tuna, who says, "I'm here." Come on, dude. This is not a class. This is a rewatch. No, I'm kidding. So a little bit more stuff before we begin. Um I'm still in love with the original first Blade movie, but I will also say that Blade 2 does have a vast improvement over Blade 1.
Yeah,
Though
I'll be the first to say which they improved the most. The skeleton effect when they get killed looks a lot better visually than the sort of boring, gray like CG skeleton you got.
one thing I forgot to mention about the disintegrating effects in Blade 1, they
Yeah.
wanted to go with a more cigarette burnout look to it, which is
Oh.
why I liked it. It was I would say it's a step improvement over Buffy's disintegration effects, because all they did was go to dust
Ah.
in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But
Hey, you're
where
on
I,
a TV budget, so
oh, yeah. But what I'm saying was, where I'm going with this is the fact that when Blade came about and seeing those guys go to Ash, as we say, it was quick, it was easier, and it didn't take up the screen time too much. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the new Ash effects in Blade 2 and then on, but they go on far too long than
ah.
the original effects. So much so where I'm like, okay, are you gonna fade away now? Cause you guys didn't take too long in the last movie. It was quick, done, boom. That's like, the more I looked at it now, the many times I watched Blade 2, I was like, dang, they take way too long to disintegrate. I
I
don't
think they
understand.
wanted to.
I'm like, I'm like, what's so wrong with the original disintegration effect in the last one? Because it was quick.
I think they wanted to show off how much they improved on the effects
Yeah,
wise.
as I say, like you love this. I'm gonna make that a point of contention as we're watching this movie. Definitely, and it got way worse in Blade Trinity. They really love the disintegration effects. and I will say this: there's only one exception in this movie, and I'll point it out. And you probably know what I'm talking about, but well, actually, there's two.
Uh,
There's two exceptions. Anyways, um, so let me roll off who stars in this movie. It stars Wesley Snipes, a
hmm.
very pre Walking Dead Norman Reedus.
Also,
It also
after Boondock Saints.
yes, but I'm only pointing out what he's famously known for.
Yeah, I know, but it's good to
I
point
know.
out.
I'm just busting your chops as usual. We also have a very a then unknown Donnie Yen.
Underused, I feel, but that's just me.
We'll get to that soon enough. You'll make your contention known there.
Yeah.
We also have a very famous Ron Perlman, who was I believe was fresh off the heels of Alien Resurrection when he came into this movie.
Mm.
Yeah, he
Is
was he
it?
was in he was in
Yeah,
Alien Resurrection during the '90s, and he came upon
a
this
step
one.
up, I would say.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's Johnner from Alien Resurrection. I mean, if you talking about a step up, like this guy was in Island of Dr. Monroe, the '90s version.
Oh, I've heard about that one.
Excuse me, hang on. Sorry about that. Uh, Also on the list, you know what? I think that's it. We also still have Chris Christopherson. Oh my
Ah,
goodness, excuse me.
uh, yeah. Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm I don't mean to mute myself this many times. Things are a bit kind of wonky.
oh, okay.
I was gonna say, we have Chris Christopherson reprising his role as Whistler in a very retconny situation here, which we're gonna of course address as well. But
Yeah.
without further ado, you know what? Let's just get on with it.
Okay, let's do with this.
You're not feeling too well, and I don't want to keep you up too long, so we'll get ready.
Okay.
I, sadly, Ivan Mendoza was supposed to, our other wingman, our the immaculate traveling scribe. Ivan Mendoza was supposed to be with us, and he was going to provide a link for everybody until he shows up. That's not going to be happening anytime soon, guys. I don't know whether you guys got your own copy ready. I mean, if you guys need time for your for you guys to get your copies ready, we can wait a little bit, or you guys just want to listen in on us gush about this movie, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to assume all you guys have seen this movie already and seen it many times, so y'all should know what parts are we on. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna soldier on through this, guys. And I appreciate you guys showing up today. I know
Yeah.
everybody else
Thank
is
you.
at study hall, which again, for those of you who are at study hall that catch us on the back watch, no no animosity towards you guys. You guys are not at fault. You guys are getting your daily dose of nerd news. That's fine. Unexpected if you guys do show to our rewatches, and it's very welcome. So if you guys are ready, we have the movie set to where the red New Line Cinema logo comes up. and I assume you guys are gonna have it at that moment. If you guys need a time stamp, I'll provide a time stamp for you guys. So me and Owen are kind of synced, hopefully. And
Yeah.
three, two, one, Gaiva or Blade. Now I'm gonna be quoting the opening line for Blade 2 soon enough, which I'm gonna hear from your end, since you're
Let me
you're the
turn
only
it
one
down a
who's.
little bit.
So this is a interesting insight to the vampire world that actually builds more on the Oh, that's another person I forgot to label was Luke Goss as Jack Nomek, who was also Prince Nuada in Hellboy: The Golden Army.
Yeah. Del Toro got his, his favorite actors.
Yep. But what I was going to point out was the world building of how the vampire nation operates in different locations.
Oh yeah.
So you see how they operate in America. Now we're going to see how they operate in Moscow.
Mm. I have a feeling it's going to be much more brutal compared to America.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing about Del Toro in this one. He went way brutal in this one.
Well, I mean, he did do horror films, so he figured, hey, why should I hold out?
Now I have to have a confession. Ever since I saw Jack Nomek, I most of my characters that I drew, edgy characters I drew, mirrored this design
Ah, yeah.
in some aspects because he was
It's
he was just, Luke Goss was just that cool of a actor that there's blood on the
yeah.
floor and they're mopping it up.
Have you noticed that in the opening he looks a little bit more human compared to what he'll look like later on?
Yeah, he changes immediately in this in the short amount of time this exact scene too.
Yeah, but I do see like the line on his chin where it kind of looks like a scar.
Yeah, what's interesting about this is a blood donor facility where they donate blood.
Ooh,
Good news for you. I mean, bad news for you.
ooh, look at those Freddy Krueger claws.
Yep. Good news for us. I would say that's a bit excessive. I'm pretty sure you would just need two needles.
I think they just love the pleasure of frightening people. I don't know.
I guess so because
That and also it's Del Toro. He's going to go over the top.
look at his fangs. His fangs is a lot different than theirs.
Oh yeah. Did you see the big blood splatter?
Yeah, he took a big bite out of her.
Yeah. Ooh.
Say see in the trivia it says it's green, but I don't buy that it's green. It's orange. It looks orange. Or at least it's a clear color that just mixed in with all colors. Ubiashi.
Is that an ancient language or was that Russian? It's hard to tell.
Could have been. Could have been Russian. I think I'm at
Ooh,
least
I like
like
the music though.
forget what you think. Vampires are real.
Anyone else feel like this is a sort of a noir-ish style they're going for in this
Yep.
opening?
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Especially that like little trumpet section right here.
Yep. None of their weaknesses.
This is a really
Except
cool
for the thirst.
intro. Sets the mood and everything.
I met a man that changed that. Whistler. He taught me how to hold the first at bay. Taught me the rules. Gave me the
Schooner
weapons.
Turner says this is a subversion as best. At first you think Nomek is the prey, but it turns out to be the hunter. Yep.
Yeah.
2 years ago,
Really shows what the social progressives don't know what they're talking about,
and heard
what
the
they
Yeah.
lack.
negotiations. I ain't close.
I like the sword flip, the sword swing he does.
Now I'm hunting him.
I haven't gotten there yet. Oh, yeah.
He finds him.
Very nice.
and nothing will stand in my way.
I love that the shades are the last thing he puts on.
I'm a little behind you.
Oh,
I think about 5, 6 seconds,
all right.
maybe more. I like the way how the name comes in as Blades.
Hmm?
I was saying that when the title comes in,
Oh yeah,
they brought it a bit more stylish
yeah.
this time around.
Oh,
Whereas it's just a little small name that just pops up in the first movie.
yeah.
Now they're showing him to be quite the hunter in this regard. Batfleck need to take some notes.
Hmm.
I think they're speaking Russian this time in the in
Yeah,
this one.
yeah. Because we left him off in Russia, so makes sense. I do like the way this film looks with that orange tint.
Yes, the Toro style. It never left him. It
Yeah,
was even in Pacific Rim, even though there was a lot of colors in Pacific Rim.
yeah. I think that's just a go-to color for him.
Yeah. Um. It also crept its way into Shape of Water too,
Ah,
and it's mostly in the night scenes that it happens.
makes sense because of the lights. Ooh, that's a good shot. A blade is.
I always did that scene every time when I was a teenager.
Ooh,
Now this is where CGI shows its datedness.
he used it quite well though.
Yeah, but he still looks like a clay figure, a claymation figure. Once the ash reaches up to his neck, he gets all claymation y.
Nice. Yeah.
Schooner Tuna bringing another comment saying that he loves Del Toro style. It gives an almost otherworldly feel to it. I agree.
It does. Yeah.
He's really good at location. I think he has a really good location scout too.
Hmm.
Because there's one thing I loved about Golden Army. It had a mixture of ancient and industrial.
Oh yeah.
Like when you get to the dark, not dark elves, the elves what's left of the elves kingdom.
Yeah.
It's got pipes running through it, like a factory.
Yeah.
So he's got a nice blend of industrial, especially the Golden Army. The Golden Army is like completely mechanical. Okay,
Oh.
this is where CGI worked.
Oh, I think we
Um,
forgot to mention the actor that he's. I forget his name, but he was in Pacific Rim also. The one that Blade's interrogating right now with
oh
the.
yeah, he was Ron Perlman's little messenger boy,
Yeah.
or at least it's his attendant that let Tim, not Tim Daly. What's his name again?
Oh, split the helmet in two.
You know, it's funny. I think they pre-lined that helmet.
Oh,
It got to a point where they're now sniffing up blood and
by cocaine.
I kind of hit tilted that one that aspect. It's like they're using blood like a toy. Oh, this is funny.
Eh.
Just let them in.
Ooh. It's not silver, but still hurts.
It hurts like a motherfucker. Oh
It
yeah,
makes sense.
I got mention this. Since this is an R-rated movie, this is gonna be an R-rated stream, but um
Okay.
obviously I'm not gonna be juvenile with it, of course.
All right.
Oh, I was just gonna mention like that little fight scene you saw, like where this is where I was noticing the more, I would say, Hollywood style when they would just make some unnecessary cuts.
No, this is actually before Hollywood started adopting that. This is way before Born Identity even came about. Because
Well,
you can easily see the fights. There's never no quick cuts.
no, no, but just it doesn't have that same fluidity that the first one did.
True.
That's what I mean. It's like, oh, I kind of miss the Hong Kong feel. It's still good. It's just
That's the dumbest
I
weapon I've
miss,
ever seen.
huh?
So that was the dumbest weapon I've ever seen. He tried to strike Blade with, and it rolled down on the ground like that. Look how it looks. It's laying on the ground. Well, actually, I tell you why this is a lot better than quick cut action movies nowadays.
All right.
You like I said, you can actually follow the flow of the fights. Like
Yeah,
there's never a moment where there's never a moment of bad continuity in the fights, and you know what location they're on. In
yeah,
fact,
yeah. It's still in the warehouse.
what I'm saying is the people who do the quick cuts of nowadays, they don't establish any geography, so
Oh,
it's not as good as the origin as the first movie, but it's leagues better than the quick cutting action that Hollywood deploys nowadays in some
true.
aspect.
It's a really cool. I like how brighter the red feels in this film.
Yeah,
Like whether with the blood or the lighting, it's like
I'm not even sure if that's blood. I think that was lights. I think that was water.
I know that. Yeah, I know in this scene. I'm talking about like when you see the blood splatter,
Yeah,
that obviously contrasting the like darker tones.
no, that was unnecessary. All you gotta do is just cut it. So dramatic.
Then again, I mean, it's Del Toro. He's always doing things that are a bit over the top.
Then next has two comments. I'm gonna read them real quick. I wonder if Marvel Studios took notes on how Blade movies and adapted to how Captain America should movie should move, since their physical stats should be roughly wait a minute, hang on how Blade moves and adapted to how Captain America should move, since their physical stats should be roughly similar. And he has another one. The Vampire the Masquerade aesthetics are even stronger this time around, reinforced by having Tim Bradstreet, one of the Vampire Masquerade artists, as concept artist. Ah,
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen Vampire the Masquerade, but
it's a tabletop.
oh, tabletop.
Technically, it's a tabletop. It also had a game attached to it, which people are
Okay.
still playing. And here we have pre Walking Dead Norman Reedus as
Yeah,
Scud.
Scud. Yeah, he just sort of kind of did a little flip with the wires.
He was also in Pandorum.
Don't think I've heard of that one. Oh,
So yeah, point of contention right here. They never really go to explain how he survived a bullet to the head, but I'm under suspicion that he never did it.
uh,
Like Blake assumed that Whistler did kill himself, knowing full well that he would never be a vampire. But he ended up. I guess it was too late for him to reconsider because the vampirism took over in that moment. It's funny how they never reference Karen, but people like to assume that Karen might have killed herself because the vampirism was taken over too at some point.
that's a nasty thought.
Yeah, I was like, well, obviously the actress was not available for the
Yeah,
later sequels. But like I said, if I was to rewrite Blade Trinity, she would have came back. If it wasn't the original actress, she would have been recasted most definitely. Usually I'll be against that, but it will have to be done because I would want Karen to come back
you're right.
to help Blade out. because that would be an interesting idea to explore. Somebody who knows about the vampire world
Yep.
already, a human. I mean,
Yeah.
this is not my favorite blade suit, by the way. Still the first one
Uh.
because it's a bulletproof vest, and it makes sense. This one is not really a. It don't look like a bulletproof vest. It's just a leather combat outfit. That's right, Schooner. Tuna Pandora is a hidden gem. Very psychological too. And that was that Pandora actually had planned sequels too that never came about.
Hmm.
Another movie that got scrapped because Hollywood wanted to be samey and safe again. So they're doing a recap, and it's basically stock footage from the first movie.
Oh
Really
yeah, I
good stock
saw it.
footage.
Just with a blue tint.
hmm Oh, another detail when Del Toro showcased what's daytime versus what's nighttime. It's blue tint
Oh,
for daytime, orange tint for nighttime.
makes sense actually. Especially like early morning, it's like you do get that blue tint.
hmm And it stays like that throughout the whole movie. But that's a contrast to how he does night and day in his movies.
That's
Blue,
cool.
except for Shape of Water. Shape of Water actually doesn't have a blue tint. It actually has color to it, but it has that nice morning color to it,
Ah,
where it doesn't conflict with the nighttime color that he uses. Same thing with Crimson Pink, that ghost movie that he did.
yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah.
That one didn't have no blue tint. It actually had that again that colorful morning time,
Hmm.
and I think he didn't use the night tint this time in that movie. Last time I checked, I only saw it one time.
Oh,
Years. It's going to make Hollywood safe. Every SJW. Damien X says, I do like the vest buckles though. Yeah, but like I said, they're not my cup of tea. And it got way worse in Blade Trinity.
well, I heard everything got worse in Blade Trinity, so hey,
Put it like this,
par
the
for the
suit
course.
looks sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, everything got worse in Blade Trinity, so hey, par for the course.
Yeah, but I'm saying like where I'm going with is that they oversimplified it.
Oh,
Whereas this one it's slightly more detailed than the original suit in the first movie.
hmm.
But the layer suit in Blade Trinity looks
Are you watching
too.
Powerpuff Girls
Yeah, he's watching Powerpuff Girls,
on his little mini TV?
and he's also wearing a shirt that says BPRD.
Is that a band?
No, that is the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense.
Wait a minute, that's Hellboy.
Yep,
But this is before Hellboy, isn't it?
yep.
Wow.
Because Del Toro was a fan of Hellboy,
Nice.
and he chased the dream, and he achieved the dream.
If only he finished that dream.
Uh, at this point, I'm not crying for it.
Woo. Now it's gone to a much more harsher blue.
So I
Like,
got intruders.
eh. I gotta say, the harsher blue lighting makes me think of Joe Schumacher's Batman and Robin with Mr. Freeze.
I argue aliens.
Oh, I don't remember aliens being that harsh on the blues, but
In some
eh.
areas, yeah.
uh,
In some areas. That
I would say Terminator 2 did it.
Well, it's
was more
James Cameron
noticeable. Yeah.
and the Abyss. He used that same tinge for Abyss
Look at that vampire ninjas.
with with Splinter Cell goggles.
Yeah.
These are all CGI, by the way.
Oh,
It's fluid too. I like it.
they used it quite well.
Now when they dropped, those were real people.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I like the suits. They look cool.
Yeah, I wish they would have kept those in the movie.
Yeah. It makes me think of Snake Eyes
Hmm.
or oh, I forget his name. That silent assassin from Hellboy.
Oh, you're talking about Cronin.
Yes.
Well, now you know where he came from. That
Yep.
style.
Yeah, this is where I was like, this would have looked even cooler with the more Hong Kong effect from the first one.
I will say, I wonder who choreographed this one.
Hmm.
I don't think this is Donnie Yen.
Yeah, you said Donnie Yen used more wire fu.
Yeah,
This one
I'm
is a
gonna.
bit.
It might have been the third party. I don't
Oh,
think this was Wesley's choreograph right here.
oh. I would have guessed Wesley because he wanted to make his character look good, i.e.,
You know,
him look good.
I always joked about this scene.
What?
Asajj is the useless male fighter, and yet Nisa is able to keep up with Blade.
Oh,
Suspicious. Not kidding. I'm kidding. See how many times he try to take on Blade, he royally gets his ass handed to him.
Hmm.
Where, whereas Nisa, she only gets nudged away and she backs off for a while, and then Asajj
Oh.
takes a grab at it.
I just saw the little CG he did when he kicked her.
Yeah,
Looks so weird and rubbery.
I know.
Ooh.
Oh, I love when he does a Shoryuken on her. And he does that useless flip to meet her.
Yeah.
And mirror halfway. Look like a straight up fighting game scene.
Yeah.
You know what? He should direct the next video game fighting game movie.
Which one?
Uh, Darkstalkers.
Oh yeah, that would be up his alley. Monsters fighting each other.
It is the cat from Red Dwarf. Schooner.
Look at those little tattoos above her eyebrows.
Actually, those are gems. Wait, you're right. Those are tattoos. I thought they were gems. All these years. Now this is why I always need a wingman.
Uh,
Because you can point out things more than I never would have guessed. But yeah, those are some nice tattoos. Dots.
I wonder what the dots symbolize.
Damien, leaving us a fun fact
Hmm.
from the costume designer. Except for the scenes involving Wesley being in water, Blade is actually wearing spandex pants.
Ah. Well, you gotta make sure you're able to deliver those high kicks.
And
Leather
Schooner
is
says
more restrictive. As
Schooner
proven,
also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say makes sense to have more spandex legs because you got to deliver those kicks. You're more
Yeah.
restrictive when you wear a lot of leather. I mean, look at the first X-Men movie, where it was said that the actors had trouble moving.
Also, from Schooner, subtle emotions Blade has in this film. You can feel his genuine happy whistler's back, showing, not telling.
Oh, yeah.
And he also laid out something to watch out for. Norrie is slowly licking the blood from his finger. Excellent foreshadowing.
Oh, I never noticed that. Yeah, but like he didn't turn. Yeah, he was part. He was the he was- what do they call the branded vampire slave?
Oh, right. When Blade was in the helicopter, that was the stunt though. That was not Wesley.
Oh, I didn't notice.
You didn't because it was so subtle.
Yeah, I'm guessing
And
it's
I'm
whenever you don't see Wesley's face. That's basically like, oh, there's your stunt double.
yeah, yeah. Damien just pointed that out. Well, he wasn't a stunt though. He was a double actually,
Oh, like
just
an understudy
body double.
or body double. Okay. I noticed they made him look like Nosferatu.
I was just about to point that out. That was an interesting detail that I liked that Del Toro had brought in. And here we got the obvious joke coming up. In three, two, one. So you missed the joke, didn't you?
I mean, yeah, he's a lawyer, bloodstained lawyer.
I
That's is pretty
I
funny.
really do like Demaskimos' makeup design.
Yeah, makes sense for like a more older vampire to not have a human form.
Oh, by the way, that lawyer is from
Yeah.
a series of movies,
Oh,
and one of them, I believe, he was in Bulletproof Monk. He was the Nazi villain in that one.
a Nazi villain in a film called Bulletproof Monk.
Yeah, with Chow Yun Fat and Sean William Scott, I think his name was.
Was it directed by John Woo?
I believe it was.
Makes sense. Now I'm gonna have to check that one out.
I gotta say, as much as I love Karen, Nisa is pretty hot.
She's good, yeah. Yep.
That sounds a bit wrong now that I'm saying that on many levels.
Uh,
Consi- Considering how the name is used now.
oh, yeah.
But I gotta admit, that she's very hot. And sadly, that actress has not been in many movies after this one.
That's a shame.
I mean, she probably has, but we just haven't seen any of them.
Probably doesn't play any big roles.
She went the way of Princess Katana.
Ah, the actress, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed the actress that played Katana in the first Mortal Kombat movie? She sounded a bit like Gal Gadot.
Yep.
She even looked like her, also.
Mother, you're
Uh,
dead.
I
Too
have not,
bad. You will die.
I have not seen Annihilation. I've seen some clips of it, but
In 7 days, God has made the earth, and so it shall be in 7. Will it be annihilated?
goodness. Yeah, I've heard how bad Annihilation was, also.
I'm in the minority that I did not mind the actor who plays Shao Kahn.
Ah,
And we got some more.
I mean, Shao Kahn is a bit of an over-the-top villain, isn't he?
Yep, we got some more Reaper activity.
Oh. Oh, yeah, we're gonna suck
Now
on
you
a
see.
drug dealer.
Now you've seen the progression of Nomic at this point,
Oh, yeah, he's looking a bit paler.
and
Even his
more
eyes look a bit
demonic,
sunken in.
and a bit more demonic.
Yep.
Most of my edgy characters are based around this character.
Yeah, I can see.
You haven't seen him
Oh.
in
Well.
particular. I'm saying like,
Oh.
yep, he's got him. Funny enough, a glass was embedded in his head when he
Ooh.
shoved his head in the window.
Oh, yeah. Look. Yep. Getting a little taste.
Yeah, body horror there.
And look, his Reaper friends came by too.
Yeah, as Asajj has or at least the skills have made it know that they don't die, they become Reapers themselves.
Ooh, so the zombie effect.
In a way, yes.
That's worse. Ooh, meanwhile, you got Blade still struggling with his vampirism.
Only another subtle note here: he's not seasoned up like in the first movie.
Oh,
Have you noticed that? Like even in the second time he takes the serum in the train, right? You see him like just really still struggling, but this time he actually has heart of a seizure moment there.
yeah.
Snowman, Cuba, and Rhino.
Yeah, they saw Donnie Yen and they made him mute. Like he communicated through sign language.
He also got eyeliner.
Yeah. Now, at when he was filming, did he not like? Could he not like speak English too well yet? Like he could
Probably
later.
so.
Ah,
Probably,
okay.
probably so. Probably a little bit. He's probably still learning the language.
Yeah.
Can use blood.
Just to let you know, the guy named Priest, he was in several movies too.
Ah, which one is Priest?
The one with the long hair with shades.
Oh, the Irishman.
Yeah, I should have led with that. He was in this one Romeo and Juliet movie, this miniseries, if you will, called the Magical Legend of the Vampires, Leprechauns. He was leper. He was, go figure, a leprechaun in that one.
That's funny.
Specifically, he was the leprechaun Mercutio in
Hmm.
that movie miniseries. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, this
I did
this
not
scene
know.
was funny.
I did not know that was a steak. I thought that was some sort of little device or something. But
I love he just slaps him around like that.
yeah,
Ooh.
and puts a.
Now you got explosive design stuff to the back of your head. Silver nitrate.
They just size each other up throughout this whole movie.
I
Him
love.
and the blood pack.
I mean, yeah, Lay's still got some animosity against the against vampires. So
Now we record
Some interesting costume design choices too,
yeah,
especially with Lighthammer.
yeah, it makes me think of like something out of an anime. Actually,
Lighthammer looks a bit Samoan Russian mix.
ah, the one with the big hammer and those tattoos on his face.
Yep.
Yeah, he's looked the most like out of an anime, especially with his little girlfriend with the red hair.
She just can't keep off of him. Look at her just like nibbling on his ear.
Yeah, I think it looks like they have quite a history of like watching each other's back, or like maybe he helped raise her in some sort.
Oh, we're gonna go into more detail about that. Now that you're mentioning that,
I feel like I got more character out of those two than the other blood pack.
oh, Demaskill was Baron Strucker from Age of Ultron,
Oh,
and Donnie Yen's family moved to Boston when he was 11. Huh.
hmm.
So he did learn the language at
Oh,
in that amount of time.
then how come they had him silent in this one?
My thing is my I think they want him to be a man of a few words.
Oh,
He speaks with his sword, so to speak. I like that shotgun that Whisper made.
uh,
Since you
one with
suckers don't
all.
like sunlight,
Oh yeah, UV rays.
yeah, a little nod to the first movie.
Oh, I like the blades. He gets the little miniature blades.
Oh yeah, the punch gloves,
Yeah, that's a cool addition.
and we have Crunk with us tonight. Crunk,
Oh, welcome,
have
drunk.
your copy of if you have your copy of Blade, um, if you have it in, let us know when you need a timestamp. If you're gonna watch it with us, I mean. Sadly, my friend
Ooh.
Ivan Mendoza is not here. Yeah, yeah, that's a trick. That's a trigger warning right there.
Yep.
I
Ooh, that
I
beat.
can stop. Fushing my to most deaf. Him and his crazy out of sync out of sync with the rhythm lines. That's most deaf, by the way. That was rap.
I just like the beat.
So he can't watch it with us. He's at work. Dang it, Crunk. You
Uh,
work on the weekends, man. Aya, I gonna stop flushing my. See, I'm behind you, dude. I'm still on that part.
oh,
What action movie does not need a power walk? By the way,
true,
that power
true.
walk was nice.
Very nice.
It's kind of fun because they look like the heroes in this moment, but they're actually uh truce friends. Let's go with
Yeah,
that. Truce
just a
friends.
truce. So anything can break that truce. Anything.
She laying down the law on him because chances are he's gonna get that itchy trigger finger. That's like
Ah,
a all you can eat buffet in there. She's ba- she's basically telling him don't relive the first opening of the movie.
yeah. Basically, like, listen, curb your vampire hatred just for this one night.
You gotta be kidding me. I like the little smirk she gives them before they enter. Oh, this is at least better than. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on his name now. Frost's parties.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna see why. Sticking razor blades in their mouths. Called the House of Pain.
We just saw the guy from the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Just ran away. I just noticed that just now. That's fun. Oh, what is going on with the guy's back?
He also said something to him too. By the way, they're cutting pieces off of themselves,
Yeah.
knowing that it's okay because they can heal.
Yeah, but looking like some out of Hellraiser.
So we're getting a little bit of Del Toro's charm, body horror in some
Yep.
aspects.
Yep, and he's still watching his Powerpuff Girls.
I mean, it's all the range, man.
Yeah, I know.
The,
It's
ma-
just I find it funny. It's in
the
this movie
background.
of all things.
No, what's interesting was how big Powerpuff Girls was back then. I think
Yeah,
this
that's
take
true.
place. I think this took place right around they had their movie.
Oh,
Let's go into his comment. Truce friends, more like immortal frenemies.
yeah.
Half of these bastards are not even pillbloods.
So that means
Oh,
they're
we'll
just a
just
bunch of
fucking kill everyone
freaks.
just to make sure. There's more body horror. You got people cutting tongues out. You
Yeah.
got
Oh,
people tattooing people, cutting skin. Oh yeah, they're sizing each other's dicks right now.
I love it though. He's got you.
hmm And nobody notices. That's the funny part about it.
Yeah,
He's got you.
because everyone's basically high, right?
Oh, by the way, Chupa was in the transporter.
Oh, I think I've heard about the transporter.
If you have, yeah, he was the dragon in transporter, or at least the trope, the dragon, the guy you have to fight before you get to the final boss.
Oh,
Daywalker. But yeah, um, he's been in a series of movies.
Hmm.
The transporter being one of them, and he's also a good fighter too. if I recall correctly. I think he's a martial artist.
Ah.
Now, this is why. This is a
Oh.
textbook example of why you should never split up to cover ground.
Of course, I'm always like, don't ever split up. Just stay together as a group.
Jeez, I find it
Okay.
creepy how they're chewing on her body like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that was disturbing to look at. Okay, who's going to be looking sus right now?
Damien says, everybody too drunk or high to realize they're locked in with the Daywalker.
Yeah, that's what it is. Ooh, we got a
Now,
spike on his hammer.
this is something out of Resident Evil or Silent Hill.
Yeah. Look at that! You got donuts.
Oh yeah, so mundane.
Well,
It says mother's milk.
you doing all right? Yeah. You're sounding a little weird on my end.
Am I roboting?
Oh, you sound fine now.
Dang it, StreamYard.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
you
you
never know.
noted Scud with those donuts.
Yeah, I was saying he said mother's milk. It's a nice transition. How one of the Reapers just pop up and just disappears.
Yeah.
Though later on, majority of them just act like wild animals. But you have a moment where they have a sort of creepiness to it, where each one have an individual sentience.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna mention how Reinhardt and Rolane, you say how they always have each other's back, yet they completely split up from one another.
Yep. I did notice that. Whoops.
So much for having his back if you love him that much.
I guess they thought they can cover more ground, split up. That's usually
Matthew
what
Flynn
everyone
is
thinks.
in the house. Sorry, Matthew Flynn is in the house,
Oh.
and he mentions that he had the Blade PS2 movie game. It wasn't very good. Neither was the Spawn game. That came almost about the same year as that game.
Hmm.
Truth be, everybody know the best one was the Buffy game. Yeah, that was back when movie tie-in games were like a thing. Even show tie-in games.
Well, I mean, they did that all the way back in the 80s, didn't they?
Yeah, but it was really rampant when it came to transitioning to 3D.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
where I'm coming from is there were games after the movies had released. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
So Shark Tale was released. There was a game for it. If Blade 2 came out, there was a game for it. If Spawn came out, apparently 3 years ago, 3 years later, it comes out, and it's loosely based on the comic, not the movie.
Well, hey.
Sorry.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was like, yeah, I remember seeing friends of mine playing the Lord of the Rings games.
Yeah. Which one were your favorites, or did you ever play them?
I never played them. I never owned a console in my youth.
That's no way to live.
Well, we couldn't afford it.
Interesting.
Oh, now you know. Not everyone was able to play video games.
Also, Cypress Hill is playing in the background right now. That's Child of the West by Cypress Hill.
Oh, okay. I know this film introduced me to I'm trying to remember the song's name. It was by Crystal Method.
You know something? I think Guillermo del Toro should have been the pick to direct the Resident Evil movie. This looks like Resident Evil.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I did say that the Blood Pact looked like something straight out of an anime. Especially with the big hammer guy and his little girlfriend.
Imagine these creatures being in the next Resident Evil game.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. It definitely would fit the. Oh dang, he flipped back a couple feet after getting shot in the head.
Yep. She kicked him in the balls too.
Ooh.
Does an unnecessary backflip. I like the line he gives him. He proposed on, "Is the enemy of my enemy my friend or my
Uh,
enemy?" Of course, you got the weak link that's getting manhandled.
oh, Priest.
Yeah,
Yeah, he didn't last long, did he?
nope. And I had high expectations of the Blood Pack.
Oh,
You know,
oh, oh! That shot with the neck, man. That
I like Squadron's comment towards you, dude. No video games growing up. You're making me cry.
well, I don't know what else to say.
Also, Damien X says, with this film and Vampire D Bloodlust, why do they give a big dude who hurts vampires blunt weapons? Wouldn't an X be more effective? Dude, you can do a lot with a hammer. It opens up white meat, dude.
Oh, hey, we'll see a little bit of Donnie Yen.
With his fancy kick moves.
Wish I
Oh,
could have seen more of that from him.
you got a bit of it.
Yeah, but not enough. Especially when
I,
I know what he can really do. I mean, look at Ip Man.
I'm tripping off the fact that he's wielding that katana poorly.
That what?
I'm more tripping off the fact that he's using the katana poorly.
I mean, he's not really Japanese, so
Yeah, but even then, he should know better. I'm just saying, like he's almost willing, like any rando would just pick it up and automatically just start just swinging it around. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Or better yet, he's wielding like the way how Morpheus was wielding in the Matrix for a while, until you got to that fight with him and Agent Johnson where he's actually using it the right way for once. Say cheese. I originally thought that was Asajj talking to him in the radio, but it's actually Reinhardt that said that to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Ron Perlman saying that to him.
Oh,
See, not everybody has to be a badass. They can just be badass in their own way. You see how Scud's trying to handle his situation?
yeah.
Yeah, he stabs him to the wall.
Yeah.
I
And
also
then
like the. Sorry, go ahead.
he sacrifices his crotch just to get away.
Owen. Aren't I supposed to be the one with the dirty mouth?
I said crotch. That's not
I
that
know.
bad to what you
I
say.
know. I'm just giving you crud for it. I like that little detail in his armor, though. We never really got to talk about more details about their outfits. There's a
Yeah.
little samurai design to his armor, if you
Oh yeah,
notice.
I noticed that. Yeah, like his shoulder on his shoulder, that shoulder blade, not shoulder blade.
Pauldron.
Huh?
Pauldron.
Pauldron.
The shoulder guard.
Yeah,
Pauldron.
shoulder guard. Yeah.
And the chest area. The chest armor is also samurai design.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Priest is such a wimp.
I give him props. At least he tried to fight.
Yeah, I know, but dang, got his arm broken and everything. It's like, how did you even make it on this team?
I like Damien S.'s comment about me talking about the sword. He said the choreographer should have known better.
True.
Now you could, I'm guessing you could tell who directed this choreography. Nails him to the wall. Oh, the big reveal.
Ooh. That is disturbing.
It holds up. Oh, I had not noticed that subtlety. The blood going through the veins underneath the skin. It's almost translucent.
Yeah. Ugly little beast.
That's why moves like this will last to the test of time.
Oh. Because Del Toro knows how to use practical and CG really well. It doesn't.
No, what I'm saying is that sometimes when you watch movies again, you notice some things that you never would have noticed.
Uh,
Now I never understood this. Why is back split up like that?
oh, when they split up while he like was sucking on that
I
gigantic
never
being's neck.
understood that. Maybe we don't need no explanation. That's probably what gives it a Lovecraftian vibe.
Hmm. Oh, he did. Hmm.
Oh, Dan X has this comment.
Hmm.
Headcanon. Priest got on the team due to money and connections. I would say he probably got in there through Chupa too, because they're close friends. Maybe even
Uh,
more.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, you see how close they are to each other, and how Chupa be all near invading Reinhardt's space like that earlier. Some
Yeah,
subtlety there.
yeah, because yeah, like I said, Priest was kind of a wimp on their team.
I don't think you get what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna elaborate more later on in this film. But yeah, he is a wimp. I agree with you. He's a wimp.
He's like, oh, show, but got
Wait, wait,
nothing.
wait, 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 wait. Hang on. That's Irishman misrepresentation. They're supposed to be good fighters.
Someone didn't get the memo.
Oh, where was
Oh, now we
Whistler
see
at?
Reinhardt being a sadist, just torturing that vampire, and he just says like, well, I mean, you can definitely tell he's enjoying it, but like, got this sort of sociopathic look about him,
Yeah, I'm surprised that's not actually affecting them either.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not directly pointing at them, but like all that light probably
Yeah,
reflecting onto them could affect them. I don't know.
maybe it's
Another
not
detail.
direct light.
Another detail. His whole eyes became red.
Reinhardt?
No, the Reaper.
Oh, when he got lit up. Yeah, that's interesting.
No, I'm saying after he
Ooh.
fed.
Oh, after he fed. Oh, yeah. Probably all the blood rushing to his head, in a way.
Subtle.
Ooh, this is definitely one of the best fights I've seen in
Yeah.
Blade 2. The way it's
Got a
set up.
little
This
bit
has
of
to be Donnie Yen
yeah.
work right here.
If it's wireful, yeah. It plays
Plus,
out
this is
like
a good
a
set for
wuxia
them to have
film.
their first battle.
I'm saying it plays out like a wuxia
Yeah.
film. Why kill me?
Yeah, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
We want the same enemy. We want the same thing.
Even the music has a resemblance of like Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I say he should
It
have been
even looks like
directing
a stage out of Mortal Kombat.
I'm saying
The platform and everything.
it should have been him directing video game movies if he wanted to.
Yeah, I could see that. He definitely would bring a good visual flair to it.
Me and my
Just has
brother
to find a
mimicked
good
this
script
fight
writer.
scene.
Oh, you and your brother would mimic this?
Mm-hmm. We would
Which
play
one of you
fight.
got hurt the most?
I think it was him because
Oh.
I tried to be accurate,
Ah.
but we pulled our punches like stunt double like stuntmen would do.
Oh, okay.
But there were times we did miss.
Ooh.
But we took it like champs. That's the thing. We took it like champs. It's like
Ah.
one of us would say ouch, and the other would be like, sorry, you okay? You okay? You okay? There's like we'll be like, yeah, and we'll continue on. I think we should have been stunt though. We should have been stuntmen growing up.
I love it. Just hitting him while
Yeah.
going down, and then crash.
That's anime.
Very. I mean, there's a lot of like anime feels to this one compared to Blade.
Crux says we're good boxers, not martial artists.
That's true. I mean, but isn't boxing technically a martial art?
Beer food.
Ooh.
Somebody, we got David X and Schooner Tuna explain the reason their reasoning why the back split. So So Data X said maybe the back pods are storage units for the Fang's neurotoxins. And Squadron says, I think the reason why the back split shows how strong the vampire was, but the need to feed was so strong the Reaper is willing to sacrifice anything. Hmm,
Hmm.
interesting. I
Yeah,
just think it just gives it more of a Lovecraftian feel, like that, like their pain mimics the Reapers mimicking the pain to their prey.
yeah, I can see that.
Why didn't you tell me these things were being so bad? I didn't know.
Well, now we know.
I'm seeing a growing romance growing between these two. I hope they live happily ever after.
This is Blade we're talking about. Happy endings aren't in his forte.
Well, Karen survived.
Yeah, because she didn't stay with him. Oh, he just ripped his hair out.
Yeah, yeah, that's the first thing to go once you change. It's the hair.
Mm.
Somebody please shut him the fuck up.
Yeah, it really does show how uncaring Reinhardt really is to
Telling you
his
guys,
team.
this is an R-rated stream. I'm definitely gonna swear in this one. Put my fucking misery. Yeesh.
Scalped him.
Move. Chuba almost got the brunt of that sunlight at the
That
back of
is
his
a
head.
cool effect they did with what was left of Priest's head
Yeah, it's still
moving
blinking.
all over. Yeah, that's cool. Like it looks like practical and a little bit of CG combined in there.
I gotta say, the freaking digs that they give each other is so weird in this movie. Comes off as homoerotic.
I never got that feeling. It's just I see it more as
Speaking of, I was gonna point out that maybe Priest and Shupa might have been lovers deep down,
oh, that could make sense. Like
or
why
it could
did
be
you
just,
want us to have him in there? Come on, very
well, not.
close.
It's not even that. It's the fact that yeah, they're close, but like the way how he talks to Priest and stuff before he shoots him.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
I'm
I got
fishing
it.
for potential a potential gay couple that might have been there, but doesn't rule out the theory.
Yeah, they're vampires. They'll do anything.
I'm just saying, like Del Toro was very progressive in his works.
Yeah,
He was ahead of the curve.
it looks like he's eating Jello.
I know. That's why I said, like why is it necessary for the blood to be portrayed this way? To the point where they're sniffing it like cork, like coke, and they're eating it like jelly. What is up with these people?
Maybe they didn't
Why
want
can't
to just drink it. They want to enjoy it in any other way possible.
It's like me being Shaddis. Why can't you be like those nations in the America, like the American style that they are? From Attack on Titan Bridge.
Uh,
Why can't you be more like that majestic stallion, John?
what?
Watch it. You'll get the context.
Uh,
Jaeger. From now on, you'll be known as Jaeger Bombastic. Not salty that if they're trapped, they'll gnaw off their own arms just to get away.
mm.
And that's also one of the security guards from the blood bank.
Oh. Well, it's no longer him now. It's just Mindless animal.
Schooner
Ooh,
Tuna with this
the autopsy scene.
up. No Wesley there. Let's see if we spot up. He's not. I don't think he's in this scene yet.
Uh,
Yeah, he was probably not in this one particular scene. Up. No Wesley. Sissy.
ooh.
I like Schooner Tuna's comment. I used to roughhouse with my brother all the time, and it was considered normal. Today, some psychologists would say it's toxic masculine. Such BS. Yeah, we
Yeah, it wouldn't
boys. We
toxic.
roughhouse.
I mean, my nieces and nephews would roughhouse with each other too, especially when
It's
they
natural,
come by here. It's like a bunch of like wolf cubs running around.
pretty much.
I'd roughhouse with them too, but like I know when to be careful.
Of course. Like my nephews, I tend to play fight with them.
Yeah.
Like I'll put my hands up and have them like smack my palms.
Hmm.
Like jab, jab, uppercut, uppercut, right hook, left hook, jab, 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 right hook, jab, uppercut.
Hmm.
They follow instructions really well.
Yeah. Hey, it looks
I
like
did.
honey, like honey mustard, I should say.
Yeesh.
And there he
Hate
goes
that stuff.
again with Powerpuff Girls, and it's Chupa watching it.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. It's like Shupa's now watching it.
Was Guillermo del Toro a fan of the show, or like was someone on crew a fan of the show, and they just requested, "Can we have someone like watching the show every so often?"
He had to be a fan.
Yeah.
I gotta say, for one dumb bitch, I did like I like how Rolane is like really rocking that red hair.
Oh yeah, it looks nice.
Like your dude is leaking from the neck. How did
Yeah,
you not notice that?
it looks like honey mustard.
Another Lovecraftian type deal there.
Yeah,
Especially how the body horror just alters your whole body makeup. No no
definitely.
no bones, yet it's still moving. All the organs are surrounding an encased heart, a bone encased heart.
Hmm.
Let's be real here. I don't expect anybody to make it out of here alive. So you best protect yourselves at all times.
Hmm. Good advice.
Sunlight's the only edge we got. There's even more than that. So we
Buttercup.
feel about one thing. I don't expect everybody to make it back tomorrow. Remember to protect yourselves at all times.
Ooh. I guess you could say the Blood Pack were the true Suicide Squad.
He's right though. He don't expect any of them to survive. He just want to hunt the vampires, and he's
Yeah,
willing to hunt them once it's all over
quite
with.
true. Yeah, yeah. Trading will be over and done with afterwards, and
I'm just like, that's one thing. Like there's two idiots in this group. There's Asajj and there's Rolane, and I gotta give it to Asajj as being the dumbest of them all. He like you're really that concerned that he cares about you guys surviving. You really think he cares about you guys surviving?
yeah. Even Reinhardt's like, yeah. Like even Reinhardt, understands that Blade only joined them temporarily, and they've both been gunning for each other since
Exactly.
they
Like
first met.
he's like so are we like yeah so that's basically what Blade is telling him. Yeah, so I like that.
Eh,
I like this line she gives to him. She literally just said, "I made peace with what I." It's the same speech that his mother said in the first movie.
Oh.
That's like a fan service sort of a
Hmm.
nod to the first movie because she
Uh,
said that she said I hunt, I slayed, I killed. No, she said I hunt, I fed, I killed. I'm at peace at what I am. But Nisa says I made peace with what I am. She knows that she's a vampire.
hmm. Again, Powerpuff Girls. It's a random shot this time. It's like
It's a
you have to make a
marathon.
drinking game on like just make it a drinking game. How many times they show Powerpuff Girls in this movie?
I know, and I think it's a marathon, or he's got the whole DVDs.
Yeah, either a whole DVD or they have a well somehow in this universe they have like a 24-hour marathon of every episode.
Interesting, interesting. Scud's a pop boy.
Pop?
He's a stoner. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, pot. I thought I said pop.
You better get him up. Come eat some. You gotta get him up.
I like those
You
gun
better get him.
designs.
Oh, they got armor upgrade.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like the armor they got. It makes me think of. It actually does look like the armor from Pacific Rim.
Matthew Flynn with a comment: Vampires, ninjas, vampire samurai. I'm sensing a theme. And Kronk has this one. Well, vampires do like to suck. Also,
Ooh.
I like Schooner's uh comment about Blade's speech. I love Blade's speech. Gets right to the point and lets them know that he does not care about them. Exactly, like Asajj. When did you get so naive about Blade?
Hmm.
Then the next variety is the spice of life talking about my potential gay lovers between Chupa and Priest.
Uh,
And Kronk elaborate more about the shadow boxing thing. He says, I used to shadow box with my friends when we were like 12, 13. We used to pretend to be different comic book characters and fight to the death. Superman won a lot.
of course you did.
Some more subtlety between Nisa and Blade.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you noticed that the armor that the vamps are wearing does resemble the ones from Pacific Rim?
Yeah, the plug suits. Sorry, the
Yeah.
drive suits.
Yeah.
even even whistlers know it's a Little Miss Muppet. These lines, man. These lines. Little Miss Muppet. Still got that father son aspect to their relationship, but
That
also
is
comes in
nice.
conflict. It also comes in conflict because Whistler's trying to make that point about working with them and being close to them.
Yeah.
You cannot make that call because you didn't even end your life when you were bit. So who are you to judge Blade? Is what he's saying in a way.
Ah.
Well, that's how I interpret it. You can interpret it how you like
Oh,
with that
I mean,
line. At least
when you said the father and son relationship, it's like, yeah, I do notice, especially like when he keeps trying to warn him, like, you do realize when he's basically trying to remind Blade, like, you do realize after this is done, they're gonna hunt you down and all that. So
you're getting too close to her. She's supposed to kill you. Remember, she was trained to kill
yeah.
you. You can also say that he's also trying to get her back alive too, because Demoschemos is her father.
Oh yeah. Well, it depends. How much does her father care about her?
Yeah, we did have that scene where the lawyer asks, "Even your daughter?" He says, "Yes, even her." He's willing to sacrifice their lives to get the job done. Well,
Yeah.
there's a hidden agenda that we're going to find out later on in the film, of course, but he says he's willing to sacrifice his daughter for that goal.
And again, they're all splitting up.
Oh, sorry, David. He says, I was talking about how varied the ways the vampires in this franchise consume blood. Demoskins might be bored and want to try jellied blood.
I could see that. I
Another
mean,
the idea
Sorry,
of
go ahead.
drinking. I mean, the idea of drinking blood can only last for quite a while till you're like, okay, I'm bored of sucking from necks. Give me something else. How about Jello? Sure, why not?
You fucking nipplehead.
I
He's
mean,
trying to call him a
why?
nipplehead.
Why do you call him a nipple head? Did his head really look like a nipple? I never noticed.
It's bald to some extent.
Yeah, but I see a nipple on it.
It makes sense in context.
I guess. And
I
his
just
legs
love.
pick up a pair
I'm
of
sorry. I
dentures.
just love Chris Christopherson. I'm glad he was back, man. He's got some. He sells those lines really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is where we get an.
And there goes Donnie Yen.
Yeah, this was like a very anticlimactic end for his character. This is where
I
I
will.
meant. This is
I
where I
cannot
was
stress.
saying he was
Sorry, go ahead.
underused. Yeah,
I
this is
can't
the.
stress this enough. Del Toro should have did the Resident Evil movies.
Yeah, this really did look like Resident Evil.
The fuck you doing? Ain't nobody here but you and us.
Uh oh.
Showing their true colors.
You lose a partner,
Yep.
blame.
Oh, Schooner letting in some trivia again. The sewer scene is Del Toro motif as they are often used in most of his movies, Mimic, Hellboy, and even Shape of Water. Yep.
Oh, it's because of the bomb attachment that Damien X says. That's
Damien,
why.
Damien's added context to the nipplehead joke. Owen, it's a ball. It's ball with a bomb attached equal nipplehead.
That is funny. See, this is what I mean. How Donnie Yen's character was very underused. Like he was just killed off.
I think Oliver Hopper would agree with you there too, because he did a review of this movie.
Oh yeah, I saw his review too, and it's like, yeah, he was quite underused.
Dang, his eyebrows are gone too.
Yep, completely turned.
Now, don't this remind you of a zombie?
Oh yeah, definitely.
This is Resident Evil. This is a Resident Evil movie. A true Resident Evil movie.
Just let Del Toro direct the Resident Evil film. Like we're gonna
And didn't
redo the
even know.
franchise.
Bye bye, dumb bitch. You got. I hope you guys will rest easy in hell. You two are useless.
Pretty much. I mean, the guy just had a big hammer with a spike, and not much use you could make with it.
Oh no, he made good use to it. It's the fact that she wasn't around to back his ass up.
That is
Some
true.
loyalty,
I didn't even know what skills she even had.
other than shoot stuff. She barely even
Yeah.
shot anything, let alone one of them.
Yeah. Man, the blood pack needs to have like a better regulation on like your usefulness on the
Comparing
team.
this to Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad lasted way longer than these cats did. This is supposed to be the way how Suicide Squad is supposed to be.
Yeah. Get rid of the weaker members, and then you're still left with the more capable ones.
And there goes Asajj.
Yeah. Now this is more
Again.
like Alien right here.
Again, this should have been Del Toro's Resident Evil live action movie.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. It definitely has a lot of Resident Evil feel to it. Like it's more like Resident Evil than the actual Resident Evil movies.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
3,
5,
2,
4, 3,
1.
2, 1. I also mimicked this scene too.
It is pretty cool. Plus, it makes sense. Daywalker and all of that.
Now, see, Blade is actually kind of using his sword properly, sort of.
Yeah.
When he holds it out like that, it's supposed to be a samurai sword, but he's still wielding it one-handed. You're supposed to wield a samurai sword, a katana specifically, with two hands.
I never saw it as a katana. It looks more like a
sword from China.
Yeah, it's a mixture of a katana and a Chinese sword.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Interesting combination too.
Very interesting.
You trying to stink me to death, old man?
Trying to keep up with see if Match has send me a link for the next stream tonight.
Huh.
David X on Asajj. Asajj had no survival instincts. You're hunting berserker vampires. Why would you go into waist deep water? Hey, Nisa was in there too. And
Yeah.
yes, he survived.
Ooh. Well, Chupa just became food.
More detail on Blade's sword, or at least what David X posits. Blade's sword is more of a Chinese jian. Jian.
Ah.
How did I just noticed Chupa has gold feelings.
Gold fillings?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
We're gonna talk about that in Blade Trinity.
What, gold fillings?
No, silver feelings.
Oh.
Well, Triple H had his vampire character had silver feelings. Not necessarily silver specifically, just silver in color.
Oh.
We're
That's
gonna talk
weird.
about that. We're definitely gonna talk about that.
Oh! Oh.
You obviously do not know who you are fucking with.
I love that line.
Okay, David, I'll give you that. But Asajj was leading her. Yeah.
Ooh, that was a cool image right there. The light in the background, and then you see his silhouette with his guns
Mhm.
out.
Yeah. It's got a laser sight too.
Dang,
I like the way how his guns sound too.
yeah, he's a good shot.
It's not killing them, but still.
Oh,
And he's also got unlimited ammo.
yeah. Also, Reinhardt just was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention the button's stuck."
So even though they're in a tight situation, you still gotta give shit to Blade.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I like his guns
kind
too,
of what makes
David X.
Reinhardt a great villain.
Oh, David X was talking about Reinhardt's guns. They have blades
Oh
underneath them
yeah,
too.
those like. I definitely will say I think Reinhardt's my favorite villain of Blade 2.
Still like Jarek Nomick.
Oh yeah, he's also good, but like it's something about Reinhardt I like so much.
What's interesting is we don't really see much of Nomick that at all, but when we do get a good look at him. But
Yeah.
throughout this whole sequence, we've never seen Nomek. Not
Probably
even
has his own
not.
hiding spot.
Oh yeah, he does definitely.
This is just like I think the nest.
Schooner even points out, I love how Nomek is not even present until the end of this scene. He knows this is not the real fight, but with them Eskimos, the fact that he spares Whistler shows what he's willing to put aside to get to him.
Very true.
Day next. Well, would you be willing to die without giving the last word? I'm just saying. Like priorities, man. Priorities. I like the aftermath.
With the yellow flames.
No, it looks like a firebomb went through there.
Oh yeah.
Or white phosphorus.
Yep. Looks like a nuke hit the joint.
Pretty much. Like just somebody just dropped some white phosphorus in there. And they all you see their last moments before they die. About the truth. The truth, old man. Wait. Luke Goss, so underutilized
Yeah,
as an actor.
I've been trying to research if he also knows martial arts as well,
Hmm.
based on
He was. Sorry, go ahead.
what I've seen here, and also the Golden Army.
Well, here's the thing. He was also in a Michelle Yeoh movie called Silver Hawk. He was the main villain in that one. He's tall
Oh
in that,
yeah, I actually seen that.
along with Michael Jai White and some other actress that was also a martial artist.
Yeah, that was pretty cool seeing him in that.
Yeah, using his real accent too.
Ah,
Yeah, he's not. He's
isn't
not.
he?
He's not from America.
He's
Uh,
British, right?
Either British or Australian.
Ah,
I can't tell
I think
that.
he used his actual accent as the prince.
No, he uses a different accent too.
Oh, is he feeding her his blood?
Yep, because every blade needs one. She's kind of getting a little bit too into that. Look at that hand caressing
Yeah.
his wrist right there.
Oh,
It's kind of hot. Excuse me.
yeah.
Oh, Big Brother is
Well, it
also
took him
watching
long
her.
enough to double cross him.
Yeah. You just heard? Did you hear me earlier?
Well, that you said it was kind of hot.
Oh wow, you didn't hear what I said after that.
Oh, what did you say?
Oh, Big Brother's also watching.
Oh yeah, ugh, that's awkward.
Foreshadowing. It's also double entendre.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you not fall off that thing? I will never understand. Even if his arm was caught onto that thing, that should have slipped.
Maybe they caught him.
She healed real fast, doesn't she?
What?
I said she healed real fast, doesn't she?
Yeah, I mean, most vampires would heal.
I'm saying we get back to Reinhardt soon enough. She healed really fast compared to
Yeah,
him. I
maybe
don't care.
because of noble blood or something.
I she technically she is born a vampire, so she's a pure blood.
Yeah.
That could mean one. That could mean something, but still. I like how close Whistler is towards Blade in this scene, watching over him.
Mm-hmm.
Even Scud.
Yeah.
Rumford did look like Two-Face in that moment. Schooner.
Oh yeah, I did have a bit of a two-faced thing going on.
Yeah, I agree, Damien. Earlier when Reinhardt mentions the lever, he did want to get a last dig at Blade. It could have been friends. Who knows? It could have been friends.
Yeah.
I might do a drawing of that, of them just running down the meadow like Teletubbies.
Ugh. No, not Teletubbies. Those things are freaky.
Why did I even watch that show continuously? I will never know. Embryos.
I think I remember I used to watch it when I was quite young. And even then, when I look back to it now, I'm just like, what were they thinking making that show?
I don't think they were thinking. I think they were loaded.
Oh, possibly.
Some interesting designs in embryos. This is a Resident Evil movie that Del Toro wanted to make, but they put him on Blade.
Yeah, and it was like, well, might as well just put it on a vampire.
You lying son of a bitch. Just that line delivery, just chef kiss, man. Just perfect.
Yeah,
On
like
point.
a true cowboy.
She healed all that. She is looking good,
Yeah.
even when she's pissed.
Oh.
I thought they shot his kneecap.
Your ass can lie.
Yes, it's mine.
Ooh.
I mean, lying. The wolf has played with the sheep long enough.
Feel in control.
This is comedy gold.
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny.
His eyes are never that shrunken like they are now.
Hmm.
No, if you look at Norman Reedus now, like you see his age, like his age.
Ah.
Like his lower eyes were never that baggy like they are now.
Ah.
Now you can see how young Norman is in this movie and later.
Oh yeah, I can
And,
definitely see.
but I'm saying like when you see him now, you see the bags, man. Like he's getting old, and
Hmm.
yet women wants his dick still. I mean,
Yeah, he looks like he came straight out of college.
I'm the last person to say that. I'm the last person to be the end all be all on what male attractiveness would be. But I'm just saying, ladies, regardless of what he looks like, what he gonna look like in the years to come, they gonna still be on that dick. Just saying.
Oh,
Excuse for excuse the harsh language, guys, but this is the R-rated stream for these type of movies.
not a dud.
Yes. It's not done. He's like, oh
Oh,
shit.
that's a good send off. That is a good send off to Scud.
You know something? You know something? Scud
Yeah.
predated the underlip tattoo before Black Panther.
Oh, wow.
That's a subtle way to hide a tattoo too, but still. Yep, Blade did it first, Marvel.
That should be. I imagine that'd be painful to do.
I imagine it so. But some people are thrill seekers and pain seekers.
Like Scud, or
Mm.
or just him being a pothead about it.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like if he's gonna hide his familiar tattoo, of course that would be a good spot to hide it. Like why would Blade check
Yeah, or
that?
his tongue.
Nah, tongue would be too easy to
Uh,
spot.
under the tongue.
That would be painful.
Well, I mean, so would be under the lip.
I'm just saying that was subtle though. I never thought I thought that was impossible to tattoo something underneath your lip, but apparently it's a possible thing.
You just have to live with the pain.
Hmm. Now the aftercare, that's the question.
A lot of ice, I would say.
We got Nightcrawler. We got Nomek looking like Morbius in this moment, which I still
Uh,
say that he's Michael Morbius. He like even if he's called Jack Nomek, he's still Michael Morbius.
yeah, I could see
I
him
could
as Morbius, especially with the
change my
long hair.
mind.
What else should I find out?
Scooter to the other lip tattoos before Black Panther. What a twist! Yep, this is the Marvel movie that started it all.
Yeah, just like with Blade, how you see a lot of moments that you'd see in a lot of the MCU films.
Hmm. So yeah, Blade did it first. Everybody, remember that.
hmm Even being a successful black superhero.
Now, that's an abuse of dad.
Yep. But who said vampires were really loving people,
You'd be
even amongst
surprised.
their kind? I don't mean Twilight. I mean like actual loving people.
No, no, you'd be surprised. There's some vampires that are not Twilight that actually cared about their children.
Oh.
Like the Count from Vampire Hunter D. Even though he
Oh.
even though he set his daughter aside, he still cared about her in some capacity.
Yeah. I mean, he did mention to her that, like, him marrying this human woman is like, it's just something to pleasure me, really, nothing special.
Yeah, even though she's against it, but she's not gonna oppose him because he is the vampire lord. But
Yeah.
like I said, he's not gonna just like. I'm sure he will lose his shit if old boy that gave her that put that candle in front of her killed her.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or he'd rip him apart.
Yep, because that's his daughter. Like even if they have differences, that's his daughter. Again, Resident Evil, everybody.
Yeah, yeah. No Mac
Tell me this is
whiskey.
not Resident Evil.
Ah, yeah, you're right. It's very much Resident Evil.
That could have been William Birkin right there. That could have been William Birkin right
What? No,
there.
no Mac or Reinhardt.
Nomek. The moment he's taking out
Oh, no Mac. Yeah, I could see
those
that.
armed security, that could have been William Birkin
Yeah.
or the Tyrant. Like, here's
Mm.
the thing. I'm okay with Resident Evil having an action approach in some areas, just in some
Yeah.
areas. Just make it look Resident Evil.
Basically, like up the horror a bit more.
Yeah, like what they did with the sewer scene in the House of Pain.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that definitely was like I was also thinking of aliens in that sewer scene.
Those things look painful.
Yeah.
First, we had the one tomb sarcophagus
Yeah.
scene in the first movie. Now you got
Yeah.
this one.
Where they just go right through his wrists.
Good thing they didn't use all of them.
Yeah. But look at this.
Imagine.
We have Whistler and Blade having another father-son moment.
Get up, you bum, because Mickey loves ya.
But yeah, Blade definitely lost a lot of blood, didn't he?
Yeah. It's funny how they don't do the trifecta at all in the third movie.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no scene where Blade needs blood in the third movie. They
Ah,
they didn't milk it this time. This is a scary scene. This has always been a scary scene to me, and I've mimicked
where
this
he
scene
where he's
too.
all covered in blood and just roaring like an animal. Yeah.
Yeah. Father! This is
You'll
this
never
is
enter
audition
here.
for Prince. This is audition tape for Prince Nuada, by the way.
Yep. It is actually a lot like with Prince Nuada, except more rage in
Yeah.
comparison.
Oh,
Yeah, those soldiers would be like for Umbrella, wouldn't they? Because I just
yeah.
noticed the red insignia on their jackets.
Slow him down for a bit, but that did not stop him at all.
Yeah.
So, aren't the rest of those guys going to turn into Reapers anytime soon? The one that he did feed on?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't. I think they sort of. Yeah.
I'm just
should've.
saying. Something that they
Ooh.
overlooked on this movie for the climax. That I'm willing to upset too, by the way. I'm willing to overlook that detail.
Yeah. Ooh, this scene was pretty awesome, especially with the music.
Yeah. That was the name of the game, but I forgot who it was. I think it's Crystal
Crystal
Method.
Method. Yeah. This movie actually first introduced me to that song.
Yeah.
Just because it really gets me pumped up.
Mm-hmm. He does some wrestling moves in this scene too.
Man, look
I
at
think
that
Wesley
pool of
directed
blood.
this. I think Wesley choreographed this scene, this fight scene.
Makes sense. Like I said, he won't make his character look good, so he's like, might as well choreograph it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I love how the lights go on and off in this scene.
Strobe lighty.
Yeah. Look at him.
And not seizure-inducing strobe light.
No, very subtle, but it works still. Look at him rising from that blood pool.
Oh, right. Schooner pointed out the vampires turn into reapers, the humans just die. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, those were just humans.
Dude, I just heard my
Okay,
voice.
that makes sense.
Yeah, the familiars basically.
Yeah, familiars. But they also look like they would be in a Resident Evil movie, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, he getting ready.
hmm That's why none of them went to Ash because they were all familiars.
Yeah. This was also a really great scene. Just curb stomping.
Listen up, you motherfucker!
Oh, I
I would
love
have
when
to
he
say
kicks and
that
that
my
one guy
friend,
just goes
when we were in
flying
high
off,
school,
like right there.
yeah.
Not sure what
No, I
kind
was
of throw
saying,
you call
a
that.
friend of mine's, when he seen this, he told me he didn't like that line
Oh,
when the song began.
well, I
He
mean,
thought it was kind of cheesy. But I was like, each their own.
yeah.
I was
I
okay with
mean,
it.
it is of the times, you could say.
Yeah. For once, we're getting to enjoy something good for a change.
Ooh.
Gonna have to disagree with you there, Skuna. As Count Dracula, Alucard, and Castlevania, a live action Castlevania, nah. He'll be a Grand Dynasty though. To me, that's what I would cast him for as Grand
Oh,
Dynasty for a
see
live
that
action
the
Castlevania.
drop? Did you see that drop he did on that one guy? That one wrestling
Yeah,
move?
yeah,
Oh.
suplex. I think that was Wesley's idea too. He always wanted to do a suplex.
Oh, well, now his dream came true.
He killed my mom.
Ooh. Man, he's struggling.
Eric of Melonbone. They asked, where's he from?
Can
Yeah,
you blood?
Reinhardt was just a scrappy. Nobody knew
Ooh.
what that meant, and nobody still don't know what that means. It's just a line to say, "Can you blush?"
Hey kid,
Ooh, I
Sweet.
love this scene with the shades.
Doo-doo-doo.
Wham! Just like Resident Evil. But I do like he's not complete without his
Mhm.
shades. Well, time to kill the babies.
I would say it's kind of got a bit of a. I would say this did get a little bit of Devil May Cry in. It's got a little Devil May Cry to it too. I know I made the Resident Evil
Yeah.
references here and there, but it does have some Devil May Cry to it.
Yeah, with the flying around, the fancy guns, even the one-liners.
Yeah. hmm Notice that you never seen Wesley does his capoeira
Oh yeah.
that much in this movie. Did a little bit
Yeah,
more
that's
of
what I mean.
his karate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Where it's like a little disappointing they didn't go stick
Oh, sorry,
with the more.
Taekwondo.
Yeah, like I said, it's like a little disappointing they didn't stick with the more Hong Kong style that the first movie had.
Was the Toro, so
Yeah, wasn't much of an action person, more of horror. Though I think he
he's an
got
action
better
person.
with.
Look at Pacific Rim.
Yeah, he got better over time. With Hellboy and Pacific Rim. It's just
Mhm.
before Blade. Like he's done other
I mean,
things before Blade. They were mostly horror based.
I will say this: he did get weird over time
Hmm.
with his more subtle horror movies.
Ah,
But you really want me to spoil Crimson Peak? He did get kind of weird. In a good way. That's what I'm saying. In a good way.
okay. I mean, I figured in horror you
A lot of
could
people
get a
don't.
bit
A lot of
weird.
people don't like it. No, I'm saying a lot of people didn't don't
Ah,
like it, but I'm okay with it because he's not
mm.
Alan Moore weird, which is
Ah,
good.
okay.
Ooh, just killed his own daddy, and his daddy is
Yeah.
green blood. Why green blood?
So Eric Menenbohm from the Eric Saga by Michael Moorcock, a fantasy series which inspired The Witcher. Gotcha. Yeah, you're saying about the green blood and how he dies. He
Yeah.
he, he hardens up like stone.
Yeah, but what? Why
God
the green
love
blood?
Del Toro's ideas come to life
Yeah.
because he's old. Duh.
Oh, really? Your blood would turn green if you get that
Oh,
old?
you know what?
What?
You know what? That's probably what they what. That's just probably why they had to drop it down to do it to drop it down to an R rating.
Oh,
Green
I
blood.
mean, it would have. It. I mean, it wouldn't be that far as any other like R-rated film with blood.
Yeah, we
Like
read
it.
something on. I read something on trivia, guys, that they had to change the blood to some of the villains to drop it down to an R rating. Can you believe
which
that
makes
stupid shit?
which makes no sense because they should have realized, oh, this is a vampire movie. There's gonna be blood in it. No one put two and two
I will
together.
say this: she fared a lot better than Karen because Karen kept moaning too much, and that creeped me out.
Hmm.
So
Ah, final
we're
battle.
in the final fight, and this one's I would say this one's is still good for what it is because watch the beginning part of the fight. They're actually bare knuckling it. There's not really much choreographed going on there when they're like
Nah,
exchanging blows and stuff,
yeah,
which is what will really happen in a real fight if you actually got into a real fight. It's not
that
really
is
that
true.
choreographed. People are like really just like swinging, punch, 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 punch.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I'm not sure if Nomak is really a well-trained fighter or anything. Like he relies more on his strength and abilities. Oh, there's the
Yeah, it's like
bendy
they're
CG.
actually just like struggling to try to get yeah they're struggling to try to get a few blows in, grab, hanging on
Yeah,
clothing and stuff. It's like really raw in the
very.
beginning part of it, but
Even the way the camera looks,
then
like
it gets a little bit
going
more
for so
choreographed.
raw. Oh, drop kick.
Yep, you got the reverse tosses too.
And some uses of CG, but still looks very bendable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did that
Well, here's the
elbow drop.
thing. Oh yeah, I love that elbow drop. You got the blood splatter coming out of his mouth too.
Yeah,
It's so Mortal Kombat ish too.
it is like very much like Mortal Kombat.
I'm talking about the blood splatter that came out. The second blood splatter that came out of his mouth. It looks so
Oh
Mortal Kombat. Daily
yeah,
Alliance mostly.
yeah. Ooh. Oh, broke his arm.
Yeah.
I love how he heals from that injury.
Oh my goodness, that's creepy. He just saddles him.
Yeah. Oh, he got some kicks in there.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, man, that was a weird looking throw.
It's leaking from the mouth too.
Mm.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Matthew Flynn. That demo scheme was a reference to Nosferatu, his design,
Mm.
and I like how Schooner is talking about Crimson Peak. It's a break from the usual Del Toro formula. Instead, we went for more gothic horror vibe. It's very terrifying to Blade, even after feeding on blood strokes to fight. Nomek showing how different he from Deacon Frost was. Yeah, I agree. And we get a tearful moment with after this stab, which
Yeah.
we're gonna come up to soon.
Hmm.
Oh, we didn't cover how Jarek is created. So technically, he's the son of Demaskimos and the brother to Nisa.
Hmm.
That's what I meant by Big Brother's watching.
Ooh.
Well, technically, she's the oldest, and he was just born yesterday in a
Ah.
way
And was just cast out.
because he was a failure. He was supposed to acquire all the immunities to silver and sunlight
Oh,
and
another
garlic.
daywalker.
Yeah, that's basically the plan was from Demaskimos from the start to make daywalkers.
Hmm. Wow, he just finished himself off.
Yeah, it's always get a tear in my eyes when he says, "Is it strange? It hurts. It hurts no more."
So it seems like he was suffering through this curse that he had to deal with.
Yeah, because like there were moments he was coughing in the beginning of the movie,
Yeah.
and he's also still got to keep feeding.
Hmm.
Then X says, "This is still more irritating than most MCU final fights." You can, they vary.
It
They
really all
vary.
depends.
I think
I would
what
say
really
Ant-Man's like final fight was pretty cool and funny
yeah,
at the same time, and a little terrifying with that giant Thomas the Tank Engine coming right at the villain.
or Doctor Strange's anti-fight. Dormammu,
Yeah,
I've come
that
to make a bargain.
that endless time loop, man.
Yeah, fighting the villain with your wits this time around
Yeah.
instead of a big fight, or the fight between Peter Quill and Ego, the living planet.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. Great visuals on that one.
Some people say he doesn't have the power. I posit that he still got some of it lingering.
Just not just he won't be able to turn himself into another giant Pac-Man.
Yeah,
Which I always love that bit. He just turns into Pac-Man.
wow, 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 wow.
It's like, yeah, just go that weird, man. Just go that weird. Oh,
We
another.
got a tearful goodbye with her, and this is where the
Yeah.
effects really shines the most.
Mm.
See, it was a bit stop motiony when Dragonetti died in sunlight, whereas she dies beautifully.
Oh yeah, just like it's flaking off.
She almost wanted to kiss him in that moment.
And she turning pale also.
Subtle.
Very.
They flake off of her too,
Yeah, that was a really neat little effect.
and it
And
still
also good,
holds up.
and a good visual too, with the
It's yeah,
sunlight lighting his silhouette.
yeah.
Now we're
Well,
in London in a strip
well, I was gonna
joint.
say, okay, we're crisscrossing each other. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I was just like, oh, now we're gonna get to some unfinished business.
I was saying that effect holds up still to this day. This is what 2000,
I think it was either
2002.
Oh,
2002.
wow.
It's the best effect out of all of this movie.
Yeah, I love this.
Schooner says, "Did Nisa get snapped?" Yes, she did. She got snapped.
I love you. Like, oh, you didn't. Oh, you think I didn't? You think I forgot about you?
A
Stabs
reference
it.
to the Crow Sea of Angels, by the way. The Crow
Really?
Sea of Angels has a similar scene, only more fleshed, more you know, created by Marv Wolfman and some other guy. I didn't see enough to
Executive
catch.
producer Stan Lee.
Ah, rest in peace, buddy.
Rest in peace.
That's gonna really hit anybody in the chest whoever discovered Stan Lee.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's the guy who died.
Yep.
Yes, that's a legend, by the way. Put some respect in his name. So that was Blade 2. So how you like it, Owen? Was this your first time
Oh,
seeing
oh,
this?
oh no, this would be the second time I've seen this, along with the Blade. But yeah,
Okay,
quite
so
good.
it still held up to you. You be getting out throughout this whole movie.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
you're gonna say something.
oh yeah, I was gonna be like I'm about to pass out soon. You know, I need my sleep now.
Yeah, Owen's still under the weather, so you know what? I'm gonna wrap this up now. So thanks for having you here as always, Owen, and everybody
It's been
else.
a
You guys have a
pleasure.
good night. I don't know if me and Match is doing anything tonight, but keep you guys eyes open for matches we watch tonight, or maybe we'll be doing it on a Monday because he hasn't messaged me yet. But so far I've been having a good week so far. But other than that, this has been Wolf 10, your commander, your Wolf commander, and your werewolf. This has been the Guyver Patriot, Owen Lister. And thank you everybody for joining us for the rewatch of Blade 2 tonight. And sign us out, Owen.
All right. Thank you all for joining us for
Push
this
pause
wonderful.
on your movie first.
All right, hold on a minute. As I said before, thank you everyone for joining us on this lovely rewatch tonight. And be sure to, if you haven't done it yet, like, subscribe, and everything. If you don't, well, then I will visit you in the middle of the night and then open my Mega Smashers upon you.
Let's hope it doesn't come down to that. Monday will be Silent Graver's Monday night stream. Monday Night Muse. Please check her out tomorrow. Um, Thank you everybody and have a good night. Ow!
Yeah.